Lab 3 Submaximal Test. Today we will be covering the 1 mile walking and 1 mile jogging protocols. For both of these protocols, you will be needing a track which is 400 meters, and then in order to equal a mile, you will be going around it 4 times. You will need proper workout attire, which is good walking shoes and also loose fitting clothing. You might also want to wear a heart rate monitor, but that is optional. We will be using palpitation techniques at the radial and the carotid sites, and then you would take that the measurement for 15 seconds and multiply that by 4 to get a heart rate. And then also you might want to take a timer or stopwatch in order to record all the timing. You might also want to use a stadiometer to record height and weight, or you could just simply use the last measurement recorded for your height, or you could also use a scale for your weight. You might also want a pen or a pencil to write everything down. Now, a little bit of background on the 1 mile walking protocol is that it was designed for 20 to 69-year-old men and women, and it was more specifically targeted towards older or sedentary individuals, and it only requires fast walking. Now for some background on the 1 mile jogging protocol is that it was designed for 18 to 29-year-old men and women, and it is a protocol that requires moderate steady state exertion. And preceding the 10 mile, you would start off with a 2 to 3 minute warm-up, and that would only help you establish jogging tempo as well as make sure that your heart rate is under 180 beats per minute. Also, the elapsed time for men is 8 minutes and the elapsed time for women is 9 minutes. Alright, so for the 1 mile walking protocol, I went ahead and established a good pace. So I started off with walking just the track, just one lap around, and that helped me set a pace for my actual mile. Now in terms of the actual warm-up, as in stretching, I went ahead and did some high knees and a variation of holding as well. And on my way back, you can see that I started doing a slight variation of butt kicks. Then that will just help me warm up a little bit more. That way it is easier to walk. Alright, so here I started my mile and I made sure that I kept around the same tempo, and that way it would give me an approximate VO2 max based on submaximal performance. Now you're coming into the last stretch of your 1 mile walking. You might want to just keep the same tempo and not speed up anymore or slow down. Just walk through the finish line, and that way you make sure you get your closest approximation to your VO2 max. Alright, so now that you're about to finish, you're going to have to monitor your heart rate, so you might want to have a stopwatch ready. Alright, so first, to check your pulse at the radial artery, you're going to check, place your fingers between the bone and the tendon over your radial artery, which is located on the thumb side of the wrist, and you're going to count as many beats in 15 seconds and multiply that by 4. Now, in case you can't feel your pulse, you can also do the carotid artery, which is on your neck, and basically it's on the side of your windpipe. And then, you're going to count as many beats as in 15 seconds, and you're going to multiply that by 4. Alright, now for the 1 mile jogging protocol, you're going to want to start off with the warm-up, and then you're going to run, basically jog 1 lap around the track as the warm-up to establish pace and make sure that the heart rate is under 180 beats per minute. Alright, so when you come back from the jog, you might want to consider some more warming up. So you might want to do alternating toe touches as shown here, or you could also do high knees, butt kickers, or some karaoke, and follow that with a slight jog as well. Now that you're all warmed up, you go and start the 1 mile jog assessment, and just make sure you keep the same pace and stay constant throughout the whole entirety of the assessment. Alright, so now that you're about to be finishing up, don't speed up or slow down, just keep the same pace, and then make sure that you follow through all the way until you finish your 1 mile jog. Now that you have finished, you're going to take your heart rate, which you could do at the radial artery, which is around your wrist and on the side of your thumb, and you will do that for 15 seconds, counting the beats for those 15 seconds, and then multiply that by 4. Now, if you can find that one, you could also do the carotid artery, which is on your neck, and you will do that for 15 seconds as well, and multiply it by 4 as well. Here we have the formulas for determining VO2 max based off of submaximal testing. Alright, so as an example, we'll be using myself. So my gender is female, so that is 0. My age is 21. My weight is 105, but converting that to kilograms, it is 47.6. My walking time was 17:38, but we had to convert that to decimal, so it was 38 divided by 60, which equals 0.63, which gave me 17.63 minutes. My walking post heart rate, I took it for 15 seconds, I multiplied by 4 to give me 84. Then I continued on to the jogging time and also the jogging heart rate, and I did the same process to get my heart rate and my final time. After plugging all the numbers for my walking protocol, I got an excellent classification, and then my VO2 max was 49.13, and for the jogging, I got a superior classification, and then my VO2 max was 60.24. And that concludes the submaximal cardiorespiratory fitness assessments.